Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. I'm trying to catch me just a little bit of rest because this is probably the last break I'm going to get for a long time today. First, big shout out to K-State for beating Mississippi State. That was awesome. Hate the SEC. I know, they're really good actually. But today's the day. So today is the day that, well, all of this is going away. You can already see we've actually already started. So we've already started taking these tubs out that are empty and getting them clean. So what we'll do is we'll move this entire rack and then we'll set it up and then we'll take these snakes, we'll move the snakes, they'll go in brand new tubs in the other house, and then we'll zipper assembly line it with this one being last because this is the one that's actually the control tub. Basically what I want to happen today, and in this video, hopefully we get it done today, don't have to do 2 days of work, we'll see, is going to be from here to here, gone, going to the new house. This, gone, going to the new house. All of this, gone, going to the new house. So everything should be at the new house with one exception. The test incubator will be staying here, and also this rack will be staying here. The reason those two will be here is one, this is a test incubator. I'm not fucking with it. We're not opening it, we're not doing anything but shining the light in there and looking. It stayed sealed. I have half a mind to tape it closed, but I am a big boy now, and I can resist my urges to open that and check. I think. Trying real hard. And because the incubator is still here, I'm not moving the incubator while it's full and while it's running. So that's going to have to stay. And this is our rack that does our hatchlings up until they shed. And then we move them over. Speaking of shedding, I do want to share with you this little one here, which did just shed. Let me put on a nice background. And so all those xanthic clutches are shed now. And I do want to share some snakes, because otherwise you're going to see a lot of work and a lot of moving in a really cool reptile room. But here's your difference between your killer bee and your zebra bee, killer zebra bee. Now, if you're like me and you look at these two snakes right now and you had to say, man, which one looks better to the eye, I'd say it's that one. That being the straight zebra bee. But give it some time and those roles switch, because this is going to gray out a lot more. I'll show you an example. I know, buddy. This is a really nice zebra bee. This is her dad. So, and you can see how much gray that gets with a little bit of age, which is really normal. I mean, bumblebee's brown too. These are going to do the same thing. The killer's staying much lighter over time. That'll be much lighter. You do not want to be out here right now, do you? Okay, I'll put you back. I'll put you back. Oop, don't knock my babies over. So, get that out of there for you. Apparently Google lost track, so did I. All right, guys, well, we're going to put these up, and question girl's out there running the hose, cleaning some tubs for us. We're going to start deconstructing this rack and try to get this one moved, and then move the snakes and get this one moved at the same time and start setting it up at the new house. You're going to come with us for the journey, and then we're going to give you a tour of the reptile room as it's going to be now. So what you're going to see when we're done is our full reptile room as it currently sets, but of course there's a lot more space. We were out of space in here. We will not be out of space in the new place, so come along that journey. Let's set up some stuff and take you on a tour. may not seem like it, but that was a lot of work. We have been at this for probably 7.5, 8 hours already, and we actually still have some more work to do. We got the last set to set up over there, and then the only thing that's going to be left in this room is, like I say, our hatchling rack, our test incubator, Kronos for a very short time. Unfortunately, it's on the floor. I'm not a big fan of that, but that is pretty temporary. We are still waiting on, and they should be here any day now, on some cages from TGR, which he'll be getting one of those. Now, this room is a total wreck, and you can see coconut and crap all over the floors. And I got a lot of cleaning to do, but that shit's gonna wait. There's still a lot of spare tubs and spare parts and water dishes that need to go to the dishwasher. Everything's getting brand new dishes right now. Just a lot of little ends to tie up in here. But I want you to look. I mean, this room was really small before, or it seemed really small, but this is not a small room. I mean, I am 6'2" with about a 6'2" wingspan. I am, the perfect Vitruvian man. Not really. But it's a fairly large room. And we had this thing so filled, it was like being in a tunnel in here. So it's amazing how much space there is. And this will be nice for Question Girl and I. We got a tread stepper thing we can put in here, and if I can ever find time to use the damn thing. And, she'll probably run a desk in here for her office work that overlooks the lake, which will be nice for her because we have found that sharing a desk is just not very conducive to work for either one of us because we both, chaos, it's just a disaster. Anyway, so we have been working very hard, all three of us, myself, camera guy, Gert, and Question Girl, and this is the results at this house, where you can see just have an entire room to my house I didn't have before. But now let's go show you what's really is my favorite room, which isn't even in my house. It's in the Reptile House at Mount Olympus. So let's go over there. Let's check out how that work came out at the reptile room. And you're just going to magically transport. We're back. Now that was really easy for you, really quick. I got to sit down and take a break. Because let me tell you, we have worked hard. It's probably not going to look like too much when you see this room, because this room is just so much bigger than my old room. It's going to be crazy filling this place. So we started working today right after Kansas State finished kicking the living crap out of Mississippi. And Mississippi State fans, that game was not as close as the score indicated. We tried to give it away to you, but our boys are awesome, and it was a great game. And anyway, so that was 11 o'clock kickoff, probably got done around 2. We were probably working by about 3:30. It's now 2 in the morning. So we spent about 11 hours today just moving stuff and setting stuff up. That has been a long day, and it is, literally after 2. Don't think I'll make church in the morning. Sorry, God, I'll get you next Sunday. But I do want to share this room with you, and some of it's small things, but they're small things that will make such a major difference. The first one is right here. And you're like, okay, it's a table. Yeah, it's a table. But we've had a lot of complaints from viewers, and they're founded complaints. And I've had a lot of complaints from Kurt running the camera that, we didn't have this table here. We had it at our old place. So a lot of times we'd film an animal, we'd set it here, we'd talk about it, we'd move it. And this is a nice, stable black background. We could put something on it, whatever we want to do. But it's stable, it's easy to film. The snake's going to sit there. If I do manipulate, I'm manipulating the table. It's just a better film platform. When it's in my hand's moving, or I'm going to turn it over. He's constantly having to try to adjust. People are bitching they can't see what's going on. This is going to help with that. So, yep, it's just a table. But this table makes a world of difference when it comes to filming. I know camera guy Kurt's really happy we drug it over here today. With that table, we've also added a little bit of lighting. This isn't the final lighting, but it is going to get better lighting in here, I promise. That's been another common complaint, is the lighting isn't good. We knew that. We were kind of working in 2 places. We were having to get things set up. But the main thing is the snakes. So when we first started, we had just these 2 racks over here. So we had a spot for 20. We moved another 30 tubs over today, which is a lot of adult female tubs. Now they're not all full. We've got space to add another, I think, 16. We've got that many females. We're growing up, so we'll fill this no problem, and then some. The one thing is, why do we do it now? We've had a really late season, so it's kind of been pushing things back, and just life. I mean, Kurt's busy, I'm busy. We don't have time to do everything we want to do, unfortunately. And but we had to do it because we had females that laid. I didn't have any spot over here for them, so I wasn't able to switch their tubs, that you really need to do to get them back on feed. And of course, I didn't want to tear apart the tub and then clean it, because when we moved it, we cleaned and redid everything, so I knew that was coming anyway. So we finally just bit the bullet and picked a day and said we're doing it. The only bad thing with that is, you can't win them all. We still have females like this girl here who haven't laid yet, and she's really, really close. Like, I mean, we're any day now. She was all nested up. Obviously, she's not nested now because we did do a full switch on her, brand new litter, brand new everything for her. So whenever she lays her clutch, my incubator is still at the other house. I'm going to have to pull those eggs here and then transport them to the incubator. That's going to kind of suck. So there's still going to be a little of that, but for the most part now, I can work in one facility. So I can get off my day job, I can drive straight here, I can get out, I can service all my animals, and then I can go home. When I'm home, I can actually be home for about an hour and a half, which is something I don't usually get to do. Usually I'm home, I'm doing animal stuff and all of that. But I'll have it all done right here, and I can concentrate better. It's just going to be a much better situation for me. The other thing we moved over in addition with those is we moved over another rack of adult males. So these are our 40s, so they're able to breed adult males. But they do have, like right here's a female in there. She might drop eggs too, we'll see. I don't think so, but she's been acting a little funny on it. If she does, we'll be happy. So we have some of that we're growing up, and there's, mostly males, but there's one female in there. Let's see, 2 females. So it's 2 females in that one. I think our other 40s have a few females in it that are going to go there. So we moved that, but our 40s are almost filled. We've got a total of 30, 40 tubs right now. They're pretty close to filled. I also got rid of my janky wire system over there. I hit my head on. I put in this janky wire system here that I don't hit my head on. However, we will be adding outlets, so we won't have to stretch anything across. Kurt's favorite part is he installed the Zoom Ed sign we got. I was given this by one of my mechanics that works on one of my cars. He was like, hey, I got this. I want to do it. You should take it. You do reptiles. And so boom. So Kurt was really excited to install his light up Zoom Ed sign. We also brought over another like FB20. I have another FB20 on the way because this is a rack we're the shortest on space wise. We have very, very few of these, but these are filled with mostly females. Some of them are getting close to being ready to move up. And a lot of times I'll go from an FB20 straight to an FB70 if I think I can with some of these. But, they're not all females. Like here's Zeus and his fresh new tub. Hi, buddy. How you doing? And of course, you got like Helios up here, or Tafino. You just had babies, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So he's doing really good in there. So we moved all of that over. So basically, if you really start doing the count, we moved this rack, which is 2 racks. We moved these 2 baby racks I didn't even talk about here. We moved those. So there's 2 more racks. That's 4 racks. We moved this 5 and 6 rack. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, I think. So about 14 racks or so all told that we moved. Table, equipment, fresh litter for all of those, fresh water, new dish. I mean, just a lot of work. But I'm glad to be here. I want to say thanks while I'm on the YouTube video to everybody who supported us, especially those Patreon members. This wouldn't have been possible without you guys, and that's just the facts. Kurt, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I'm just excited about having one place to go to and feed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you guys don't realize it, but when you got 2 facilities, we were going to my house, feeding there, then having to turn around and come here and feed. And so, you come and you unload all the rats and you feed, and then you pack up all the rats and you drive here, and you unload all the rats again, then you feed, and you pack up all the rats, and we drive back. I hop out, and he goes home. It's a pain in the ass. And now we won't have to feed at the other house at all. There's only one snake that requires feeding, and that's Kronos. Hasn't moved over. He'll move over when his new cage arrives, but he eats frozen thawed, so I have a bunch of those there. Pretty simple. So yes, we'll be able to come here, feed. It'll be a lot faster. I mean, this is going to save us, I bet, a couple hours every week. What do you bet?
Yeah.
So it'll be really, really awesome. Anything else you want to add?
No.
All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hopefully you enjoyed it. And I tell you, stick with us. If you're new to the channel, you've been here for a long time, stick with us, because when I first started this, a lot of people thought we were going to fail. People I knew, whether it was family members, co-workers at my day job, friends, whoever it would have been, they're like, oh, this guy, this is stupid. He's not breeding ball pythons. Okay, whatever. But we're not going to fail. I mean, we have had a great amount of success so far. I will fill this facility up. I am going to fill it from beginning to end. It's not, I shouldn't say me. Kurt and I and everybody that supports us will fill it. We're going to do that as a team. We're going to do that as a family, and we're going to make this happen. So stick with us. I want to share the journey from beginning to end. And I mean, if you go back and you see the very first videos, this started from a very humble beginning, and it's grown into something that is, well, mind-blowing that we've got this far, but I do not plan on stopping. So stick with us, watch us grow, watch me fill this. I plan on out of this room, hopefully one day producing about 100 clutches a year. That will be the goal. So just for reference, we can hold 130 adult females in here with 40 males to pair them to with adult male tubs. And some adult males that don't get very big will be okay in an FB20, though I prefer FB40s for most of my adults. So we can do it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.